today, there's no severe weather in the forecast. That's looking to change as we go throughout the week. We've issued a first alert weather day for Thursday night into Friday, and then another chance for additional storms Friday evening as well. So we have a risk for afternoon and evening strong to severe storms for both days. Looking at different models, the timing is a little bit different. We're watching all modes of severe weather, so large hail, damaging winds, isolated tornadoes. And as I mentioned, there is still some uncertainty for the exact timing and the exact location. We'll talk more about that in your main weather forecast. But let's start off with some. Now we've got some scattered showers. No thunder or lightning at this time, but we have had a little bit of rain moving through from Grand Forks down through Detroit Lakes. Looking at the rest of our day, continued cloudy skies. We'll have another chance for a pop-up shower or thunder shower throughout this afternoon too. But as I mentioned, severe weather not expected for today. But Austin, coming up here in just a couple minutes, we're going to have more details on what we might expect for a more stormy rest of the week and kind of highlight those days where that severe potential is looking a little bit more likely perhaps than other days.
All right, you've got it. Thanks, Summer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you had a great weekend. We're starting off this work week on a gray note. We've had some rain move through as well. Today is the start of a more active weather week. We've got some isolated showers and some thunder into this afternoon. But later this week, we're looking at a couple of strong storm potentials and some warmer and muggier conditions too. We've called it first alert weather day for Thursday, and just some widely scattered hit and miss showers and thunder showers. Once again, not expecting severe weather for today. By tomorrow morning, waking up to some areas of rain and some thunder. That moves out. Then Tuesday, tomorrow, while we don't have a first alert weather day, we do have a potential for a couple of stronger storms to move through. From the west to the east, you can see that line of stronger storms in parts of central North Dakota. That'll be moving into our region, but the trend is for that to weaken as it does so. But we're still looking at that chance for some overnight storms tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. We'll pick up there in just a minute. But for today, looking at non-severe, just your garden variety showers and storms, it's off to the west and southwest that we have a greater potential for some severe weather today. For tomorrow, on the Minnesota side, looking to be non-severe, but once you get into the western Dakotas and down those areas of yellow, south central North Dakota into a good portion of South Dakota, we're looking at a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe. Then into Wednesday, you can see that potential shift a little bit to include portions of Lakes Country and the Southern Valley. So let's start here Wednesday morning. Rain and showers move on out. Then we're looking at a quieter afternoon and evening. In fact, most of Thursday is looking quiet as well. But we've called the first alert weather day for Thursday and Friday because depending which model we're looking at, we look at a handful of weather models on a daily basis. Some of them have Thursday night storms moving in before midnight, while others have them just after midnight. So it's really going to depend on the timing, but we've included Thursday just to cover those bases because WeFest kicking off as well. Lots of folks going to be outdoors. So here we are Thursday, 10 p.m. Storms rolling through during the overnight hours. A few linger on Friday. Then Friday evening, another potential for some strong to severe storms into Saturday morning. So pretty much each and every day we're looking at that storm potential. Here's the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for Friday. Areas in yellow, we're looking at severe storms possible. This afternoon, kind of a cooler gray day. Temperatures largely in the low 70s with mostly cloudy conditions. For tomorrow, a little warmer, some mid and upper 70s in most areas. A few locations hitting the lower 80s. So look at your planning forecast. I
want to keep that weather app handy just in case these next coming days.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially if you're headed out to WeFest. I know it's a huge event around here.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Summer. We'll straight ahead.
With several chances for rain and some thunderstorms over the next week, here's just a brief overview of the precipitation potential for the next 7 days. There's quite a few areas highlighted in purple. That's up to about 2 inches of rainfall. Now, mind you, this is going to come over the next.
Hopefully the rain goes away. I mean, summer's almost over. We gotta get some sun done.
I know, it's either been storms or smoke. No happy medium.
Thanks, Summer. It's all the time we have at noon. Have a great rest of your day.
At Corner Home Medical
Week, the talk was all about the wildfire smoke, the poor air quality. We're trading that for once again a very active and what could be a stormy week ahead. We've called first alert weather days for Thursday and Friday for afternoon and evening severe storm potential for both of those days. All modes of severe weather possible, including large hail, damaging winds, possibility for some tornadoes and locally heavy rain, though there's still a little bit of uncertainty on this Monday. Not nearly as smoky as we were all of last week through the weekend. Still not ideal air quality, still looking at moderate levels of surface smoke. And we'll see a little bit more tomorrow in a few areas. We'll talk more about that in your main weather forecast. A couple of very spotty showers this evening. A couple of thunder showers just kind of hanging out in south central North Dakota. But looking at tonight in Fargo, generally quiet skies, chance for a few showers and thunderstorms overnight. We'll detail tonight's rain and storm chance and take a look at the multiple chances for severe weather through the rest of the week coming up.
All right, Summer, thank you.
Coming up in your forecast, we have a little bit of smoke returning to parts of the region. I'll show you when and where. And rain and severe storm chances, there are a handful of them throughout the rest of the week. We'll have your full forecast details in less than 2. Welcome back here on this Monday. First alerting you to some changes this week. Our active pattern kind of kicking off today. It's been a cloudy day, a few showers, a few thunderstorms, but heading into tomorrow and the rest of the week, we've got pretty much daily chances for rain and thunderstorms, some of which could be strong to severe. But the most impactful days look to be Thursday and Friday. So we've called first alert weather days. Let's get the very latest. So for this evening, we're looking at just a few showers, but as the day progresses, watching a cluster of storms from out west to move into the valley. This is 5, 6 o'clock, some scattered rain and some thunderstorms, and some of those continue into the evening hours. Isolated strong to severe potential, mostly on the North Dakota side. Some of these storms continue overnight into Wednesday morning through the southern valley and into Lakes Country as well. For tonight, we're not looking at a severe risk in our region. That risk has been in Montana down through South Dakota and into Nebraska. For tomorrow, Minnesota side looking at non-severe storms, but on the North Dakota side, dark green indicates isolated severe storms with scattered severe through the central Dakotas. And into Wednesday, we've got an isolated severe risk in the southern and central valley and parts of Lakes Country as well. Let's take your hour-by-hour forecast even further. Starting off on Wednesday, some lingering rain and some thunderstorms in the morning hours, but then that clears out with just some light showers on the Minnesota side into the afternoon. Most of Thursday is actually looking pretty quiet, but we've included Thursday as a first alert weather day because late in the evening, our next round of storms is going to move in. Now, different models have this next round moving in at different times, so we've included Thursday to that first alert weather day to cover all of those bases and the different scenarios of the timeline. Some of those continue into Friday morning, but then really watching Friday night into Saturday morning, that could bring a more significant severe weather threat. Details a little fuzzy, but the Storm Prediction Center has put out this highlight area for the Central Valley, parts of Lakes Country into southeastern North Dakota for Friday afternoon and evening. Otherwise, temperatures for tomorrow, quite seasonable, mid 70s to some lower 80s. We're going to take a look at your extended forecast coming up after the break.
This is Valley News Live.
As I mentioned earlier, some areas expecting to see a little bit more wildfire smoke tomorrow. Now, all of last week we had winds out of the north until late in the week. That northerly wind pushed the smoke all the way down into places like Missouri and Tennessee. Well, now our wind is out of the southeast, so that smoke is being pushed back into our region. So overnight into tomorrow, we're looking at a little bit more smoke moving through, but it clears during the duration of the day. Andy, for all the latest updates.
Yeah, good advice there, Summer. Thanks.
With several rounds of rain and thunderstorms over the next week or so, here's a look at the precipitation outlook over the next 7 days. There's a lot of purple on this map, indicating anywhere from 1.75 inches to 2 inches of rainfall. We could see locally higher amounts within some of the stronger thunder into Friday night into Saturday. Temperatures look good though.
Way to look on the bright side. Summer, thanks. Thank you all so much for joining us. Have a great night.